A lot of people experience spontaneous movements and shakes and tremors in the body when they're going through healing, but no one ever explains what's actually happening. Involuntarily moving, jerking, twitching, and no one's actually explained to you what's occurring. The nervous system is basically releasing stored energy that's inside of it. Some of this energy will literally be there from traumatic instances that have happened, when your body was stuck in freeze and flight and then you had to continue with life. That was an interrupted moment of healing that could have happened right then if you had that moment to sit down and deal with it. So because it was interrupted because of daily life, like we all go through, then it was stored in the nervous system. So once these things can continue compiling themselves one on top of the other, sooner or later it's going to need to release itself from the body. So if you're somebody that has gone through any type of healing, whether that be the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, you will find that there's moments when the body involuntarily does these little jerks and twitches, and you're wondering where they come from, even down to massage therapy. You could be laying on a massage bed and you're getting the massage and you're realizing that your body is literally moving its shoulder all by itself. What's going on there? There's also information that's stored in the body through the fascia. What is the fascia? That's the connective tissues. And so much trauma sits inside of this. To me, it's such an exciting part of the body to actually study. It fascinates me because it isn't just physical, it's very multidimensional. But we'll go into that in a future video. The fascia is what wraps itself around, the only thing that wraps itself around every single organ, the bones, the actual, comes into contact with every single organ and the bones within the body. And that just says a lot, right? If it's the only thing that has contact with every single thing inside the body, then there's going to be something stored inside of that. Like for instance, the liver storing anger. The liver stores anger and the fascia is wrapped around that liver. Then there's got to be some of that anger that then resides within the fascia. Or did it exist in the fascia before it then got to the liver? Now we're asking questions. And this is why it fascinates me, because it allows my studying to expand. How did I come across this information? Through my own self-study of self, because I started noticing certain things. Like I said, the involuntary tremors and twitches that my body would just naturally do. And I always wondered, what is this? I think the first one I ever experienced was that shake. And when I mean the shake, you know when a dog is wet, what does a dog do? It shakes. You know when a dog is scared, you watch the dog and the dog will shake. And what they're actually doing is shaking off all of that energy so it doesn't sit inside the nervous system and sit inside the body and cause dis-ease. The dog knows naturally to do this. The cat knows naturally to do this. Animals know naturally to do these things because they are tuned in with self. They're not distracted. They're not as distracted as we are. So when this starts happening to the body, this isn't something that you make happen. The body naturally does this once it starts to feel safe. When it feels safe and it is ready to let go, it will release. So for those that are saying, I've gone to the massage therapist and I don't have those, involuntary movements, your body's not in that state where it's safe enough to actually release and let go of that yet. But that's okay, you will get there. So if your body has naturally been doing this, it's okay. You're not an alien. Everything is doing as it should be doing, and your body is just releasing stored energy that it no longer needs so it can make room in order for you to expand, in order for you to grow, in order for you to flourish, in order for you to actually regain parts of yourself that are on standby because of all the things that have happened to you. There's parts of self that are on standby from 4 years old, 6 years old, 12 years old, 16 years old. And they're on standby because they're frozen in those parts of self that you haven't dealt with. So once you start to release these pieces of trauma that are sitting within the body and the layers of the body, you start to reclaim that and become more of who you came to be on earth. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for choosing you. Subscribe, like, more content coming, and more nervous system regulation on the way.